What's going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for our Manchester City preview, joined with Chris. How you doing?
Amazing.
Good. We've changed location from kitchen to kitchen in my sort of kitchen / dining room.
Lovely facilities.
Yeah, you don't see this on Sky Sports. So, Manchester City on Saturday, nice long trip again. What do you make of it?
I'm so worried. I'm so worried. I mean, you saw Manchester City against Crystal Palace. They thumped them.
With a youth side. Now, they're going to be pulling out, probably David Silva will be back as well. De Bruyne is on fire at the moment. Sterling is also coming back into play now. Now, Sterling against our fullbacks, whichever one it is, he'll do very, very well. So, this has got to be the biggest defensive performance of the season. Definitely.
Now, if we play anything like Newcastle, then I'm going to have to put a bet on 12-1. But look, let's just we need to make sure we stay back and defend. Otherwise, we're in massive trouble.
I mean, you'll see our predicted 11 or preferred 11 later on, so you can see what kind of team we're setting up with. But the key thing we found from that is we need midfield covering. We need our wingers to sort of drop in a bit. But were you impressed with the way we played against Everton? I mean, I know we lost. You can't. I mean, if we would have taken a 1-1 in the league, I think people would have been happy with that. We played well. Probably should have won.
Yeah.
Once again, I think a defensive mistake, wasn't it?
Yeah. Again, it was a cross from the left, wasn't it? And it wasn't cut out. I just think that. That's something now that's happened 2 weeks in a row. It's not been changed, and it can't happen again. But the problem is you're coming up against such a fast, lively player in Raheem Sterling. So it's going to be just so difficult. I mean, I'm starting to think in my head, if I was Alex Neil, would you start to talk to the players against Manchester City? Perhaps zonal work. Because literally, you can't have players like Basong, just floating off. You can't have that against Manchester City. Because if you get caught on the break, you'll get punished.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure about the whole zonal thing, but I think we certainly need to do. We do need to look at the way we're defended.
But against Everton, I was so impressed with the boys. You know what was the most impressive thing? The passing. The passing was so crisp, and it was pass and move. And I know that sounds really basic.
We have lacked that.
We've been passing, but not really moving.
Sort of very
but against
static.
Everton in midfield, we had triangles going on. I think that's the best we've played the ball about since the Wembley final against Middlesbrough.
Really?
We looked very, very good.
Okay.
Moving forwards with the ball, we looked like the better team. They spoke to Everton fans afterwards, I think it was Chris Gorham, saying that, the best team lost tonight.
Yeah.
That says it all, Jack.
Toffee TV said that as well. I mean, I tweeted them after the game just to congratulate them, and they said we were undeserved tonight.
There you go.
I mean, I never like penalties, but we lost at the end of the day. Good chance to move through. But we're not talking about that now. We're going to have a few goal-scoring opportunities the weekend. Every team does. Man City are throwing men forwards. One of the biggest opportunities we've got, set pieces.
Yeah.
We need to work on set pieces, don't we? And 12, I think it was 16 corners against Everton.
I mean, I said to you when we were in the Barclays last game, when was the last time anyone saw Norwich score from a corner? I genuinely can't remember. No. Can you guys remember? Because I can't remember.
Last one I can remember was like Kai Kamara against Everton. But I think there's probably been one since then.
Has there? I don't know.
I can't even remember a decent ball whip.
But it's not just that. It's free kicks as well.
Yeah.
It is free kicks as well. We don't look threatening enough from there. You don't think, Norwich going to have at least a good shot on target anymore. It's not like that. But I'm hoping with the presence of Mbakani, that can improve. But set pieces defensively as well, Jack. Honestly, everyone at the moment is having this whole thing about Mbakani, Jerome, and Graban and Hooper and who should be starting. But for me, the rot starts the defence. If you sort your defence out, the results will come. They will come, especially under Alex Neil. They will come.
Okay. Key players to watch out for Norwich and Man City?
I think, starting with Norwich, I think Nathan Redmond. Nathan Redmond is the only player out of two, in my opinion, that can make a massive difference to this game against Manchester City, purely because they're on the wings. Now, we need them to be very, very direct. Get them on the back foot. if Company starts, it's going to be challenging. I don't know if you've seen the stats, but literally they've only scored 1 goal since he's played for Man City in this season or something stupid like that. But look, Redmond can make things happen. Brady/Jarvis on that left side can make things happen. They need to be whipping the balls into Mbakani. Those are the 2 Norwich guys to watch. Manchester City, for me, De Bruyne, Sterling. I mean, I could name their whole team. I think we'll be all right with Bonnie. I think he'll score. Sterling, De Bruyne, and also the man that's come back from injury, David Silva. He'll be wanting to make a point.
Okay, interesting. Score prediction.
I'd pay you for a draw. I'd honestly pay you for a
draw.
But
if you look at our past results, we've had a 4-3, we've had a 3-2.
But no,
the last time Man City had a 0-0, I think they had one the other week, but before that it was against us. It was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
We haven't been too bad against them.
You know what I love about supporting Norwich City? We always pull off 1 or 2 results against the big boys every time we're in the Premier League. It happens.
Yeah.
This weekend could be one of those weekends. We've got to remain optimistic as fans. You know, I'm fed up with the moaning.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen the first Alex Neil out this week. I've seen also this week. I think Lambert would do a good job again. Like, what is that all about? Get behind the boys, and I think we can get a good result. Let's try. And if we go 2-0 down, damage limitation, park the bus. Yeah. Let's not embarrass ourselves. But Jack, just like against Everton, I'm going with the same mindset. Let's go out there, put on a performance for the fans, and show that we can compete with the best in the world.
Yeah. Score prediction.
I almost don't want to say. I think I'll be as positive as I can possibly be and say 3-1 to Manchester City.
Okay. Yeah. I was saying before the Everton game 7-1 Man City. Or maybe 7-0. I don't know. But after Everton, you know, I had a few days to recover from West Brom, feeling a bit more optimistic. And like you said, every season we do pick up a result. Like it was Manchester United, our Arsenal.
It's going to happen.
And Man City have been so good, you start to think they might start to slip up. They did it
someone's going to break the duck, aren't they? And it could be Norwich City.
3-3.
Whoa.
Yeah.
3-3.
3-3.
3-3. Who's going to score for Norwich?
And McCartney with 2 and Stephen Whittaker.
Witt. Okay.
Stevie Witt. 3-3. Leave me your score predictions. Well, you said they'd score 3. I'm just a bit more optimistic for Norwich. We might. I don't know. I don't even know. Leave me your score predictions in the comments. Do you agree with what we've said? Check out the other videos. Loads and loads of preview content from Man City. And we are making the trip to Manchester. So, match day experience. All of that good stuff as well.
Come and see us for some post-match reaction.
Of course. Probably outside the away end.
Yes.
Good stuff. See you later.
Adam here from Blooming Rising TV. Firstly, thanks to Jack for having us on. It's always a pleasure. City against Norwich is one of those games which could be very difficult for us. It could be one of those games where Norwich...